Hi everyone, I hope the audio and video quality is good. Happy New Year everyone. It's good to be back after a long time. Cool. Maybe let's wait a few more seconds and we can get started. If you want me to increase my volume, let me know in the chat. So today the goal is we will be building 2 to 3 web apps, all using Claude Code and Opus 4.5. This is mainly for beginners because we won't be writing any code, but we'll be using Claude Code. We will instruct Claude Code to write most of the code. I'm going to type everything myself. You will see all the things I'm doing, like copy pasting things, how I work. If the audio and video is good, maybe someone just comment here so that I know I don't have to adjust anything. Yeah, thanks. I saw a few comments. Thanks, everyone. Okay, let's get started. So today we will be mainly using Cloud Code. Cloud Code is like $20 subscription. You don't have to purchase anything now. You can just watch me what I'm doing. Later, if you feel like it's working amazingly well, you can play with it. So Claude Code is from Anthropic company. I feel like most people aware of that, Claude Code. I'll tell you how to install Claude Code. Then we will get into coding straight away. So there is so much hype around Cloud Code and Opus 4.5 very recently. Opus 4.5 is a new model that got launched 6-7 weeks ago. Opus 4.5. Let's see. Thanks, Tim. Cool. Opus 4.5. This model is really great for programming. Let me open this one. Yeah, this is Opus 4.5. You can see the metric. If you see the evaluation metrics, this is great for agentic coding. All the coding related tasks, currently this is the state of the art model. And especially when you use Opus 4.5 with Claude Code, it's working even a lot better. So we will just use Claude Code and build a few things. So what I'm going to do is I have few applications in my mind. Maybe we will start with one deep research web app. You give a topic and then it will give you a detailed report with few visualization, things like that. So we will build everything from scratch. So let's do that. First of all, we have to install Cloud Code. To install Cloud Code, I'm just going to copy and put it here. Cool. Maybe Tim, can you message this on YouTube as well? I couldn't message right now. Cool. So let's install Cloud Code. To install Cloud Code, one thing is you have to install Node.js previously. If you haven't done that, it's totally fine. You can just try copy pasting, copy this one, and then go here. This is my Visual Studio Code. In the Visual Studio Code, I'm going to open terminal, new terminal. Here, I pasted that. And it says it added 13 packages. Yeah, installation is successful. Maybe when you copy paste this one, if you get any error message, just copy and put it on ChatGPT. It will give you a few comments for installing Node and just paste it here. It should work. Cool. Now let's try Cloud Code. To do Cloud Code for the first time, you have to type Claude, enter. For the first time, it will ask you to log in. For login, it will give you two options. One is you have to get the $20 subscription. Otherwise, you have to use pay as you go API. $20 subscription is worth it. For now, I just recommend you to watch what I'm doing here. And if it's like if you like it, end of the session, you can just spend $20 and play with it, Claude Code. So I currently use Claude Code a lot. I'm on Claude Max plan. Here I'm paying like $100 for Opus 4.5. I think 20 should be fine. And later you can increase if you want. Cool. Today we are going to build a couple of front-end applications. To do that, Claude also has something like plugins. We can install the plugins. To install the plugins, there are a few commands. I'm going to copy paste on Slack. Later I can message you, or you can just type it what I'm doing. Copy, and in the Claude you can paste it there. I'm just reading some messages. Yes, the same. It's very similar to Gemini CLI and Codex. I already installed Claude Code plugins, so it says already installed. Cool. Now the second command is this one: plugin install front-end design Claude Code plugins. Copy. I think it should be already installed. Yeah, it's already installed for me. For the first time, it will show you a few responses saying it's getting installed. Cool. Oh, okay, yeah, URLs are censored. Maybe end of the session, we will try to post it on our meetup page. You can check it out here in comments. Cool. Okay, so now I installed all the plugins. Once the plugins are installed, you have to restart the system. You restart the Claude. So someone is asking how to get Slack invite. We will try to, it should be in the previous meetup events. I'll try to add it here. For now, you can just watch. Later, next time you can join the Slack. Cool. Okay. So now I'm going to close my Claude. Open again. New terminal. So usually when you use Claude, for all the things it's going to try, it will ask you to approve yes or no. But sometimes I like to try in dangerous mode, which means it will do whatever it wants to do to complete the task. It won't ask you any permission. If you are going to try Claude for the first time, I don't recommend that one. But to speed up things in my session, I'm going to use that mode. You can just watch what I'm doing, but later you try to approve things yourself. So to use Claude in dangerous mode, I type Claude dangerously skip permission. I think permissions. Okay. So now it says bypass permissions on. I can change by using Shift tab. Yep. So currently I'm in dangerous mode, which means it won't ask me to approve anything. It will do everything by itself. So now I'm going to use Gemini model. The project we are going to do is we are going to do some quick deep research. Like you take any topic, it's going to do some web search, and then it will maybe create some report, something like that. Let's start something simple. Once we find some success in that, later we can move to other little bit complex projects. So to do that, I need two things. One is we need some AI, like AI API keys. For example, you can use Gemini models, or you can use Anthropic models, or you can use OpenAI models. We need some LLM, because LLM, you can ask something and it will do the web search and it will give you some output. To do that, I'm going to use Gemini models today. To do that, you can use aistudio.google.com. I'm going to just Google AI Studio and then you will find API keys. I'm going to put it here. Yes, Tim, I'm using VS Code for today. Cool. So this is Visual Studio Code. If you haven't installed Visual Studio Code, you can install it later. But for now, you can just watch what I'm doing. It should be fine, I guess. Also, this is on YouTube, so you can watch anytime later as well. Cool. So I'm on AI Studio. I already got an API key. For the first time, you can create API key. You can just name it, choose some project. For the first time, it will ask you to create some project, then create key. It will give you some key. Okay, once you got the key, you have to create .env file. Okay, in the .env file, I'll tell you how mine looks like. My key is already here. I'm not showing that, but it looks like this one. Gemini underscore API key equals, and here you can pass the API key. Yep. Just paste the API key. That's it in the .env file. Then the second thing I usually do is I create my context docs.text, because today we are going to use Gemini model. The Claude models are trained like maybe May 2025 training cutoff. It doesn't know how to use recent Gemini models. So what I do is I go to AI Studio myself. This is AI Studio. I go to documentations. Yeah, documentations is already here. Here, I will also paste this one, Gemini 3, copy, paste. Cool. So this is Gemini 3 API key. What I'm going to do is we are going to use front end, Next.js. So we are going to use JavaScript. If you are going to use Python, you can choose Python. I'm going to use everything in JavaScript today. So just JavaScript. You don't have to know anything to build. You can just copy things. So let's copy page. It copies all the things in this page and I put it here. Okay, it has all the code, which is good. Then this is one thing, Gemini 3. Then I try to add few other things. Maybe let's go to text. Okay, maybe structured output, because I like to get some structured output for our JSON schema so that it can directly used in the front end properly. Usually models respond everything in free text, which means if you ask some question, hey, what's the capital of Australia? It will tell you Canberra, and it will say something like the capital of Australia is Canberra. But you want a proper JSON schema like country name, Australia, capital, Canberra. You want something like key pair, like JSON schema. In that case, you have to use structured output. So I just copy this one. I copy it. I paste it here. And if you see the API, if you see the documentations, most probably it will use some old model version, Gemini 2.5 Flash. This is old. They haven't updated that yet. But I like to use a recent model because it's cheaper and faster. There is a new model called Gemini 3 Flash. So I want to know Gemini 3 Flash name, which is this one, Gemini 3 Flash Preview. Copy, because this is the cheapest model. For 1 million token, we are paying only 50 cents. Other models are a bit expensive compared to this one. And this model is great. So let's copy this one. Okay, copied. So these kind of knowledge I bring, like model names, where to look information. The rest of the things I delegate to AI. Here I say at the bottom, always use this model. Cool. Okay. Now we have docs.text ready and my environment keys are here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build a Next.js web app. To use web app, I'm going to use Next.js. Also, we have installed a few plugins for front end. What I'm going to type is use front end skill plugin and create a Next.js web app for research on any topic. Use Gemini models. Always use web search to fetch recent information if needed, maybe. Cool. Then think about features we can add there and implement a few. So before doing this one, I like to use, before writing any code, I like to use the plan mode. To do the plan mode, I'm going to type shift tab. Currently this is in bypass permissions on. When I do shift tab, you can see it's in plan mode. So I always start with plan mode. It will do some planning. Later it will start writing some code. So currently I'm in plan mode. It will think a few features and it will tell me like what are the features it's planning to implement and implement it. My API keys are in .env file and Gemini recent documentations are in at docs.txt. And maybe I will type this one more time. It's not needed, but it's good to tell it explicitly again. Cool. Okay, so this is the yeah, let's see what it does. Maybe I will add one more thing and use JSON schema. Very well. Cool. This is good enough. Now let's wait a few more seconds. Okay, it's creating a few plan. My keys are here. Anyways, I'm going to delete it. It's a temporary one, so it should be fine. Cool. I need to understand that I have Gemini 3 documentations. Okay, it's going to ask us a few questions. Quick, deep, news, academic. Okay, I think this is a good idea. Okay, all modes, enter. Yes, with the local. Would you like research history to be saved? Maybe let's not save any history. Let's keep it simple. What additional features would you like? Export to Markdown. That's a good one. And then a related topic suggestion. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, follow-up questions. That's a good one too. Yeah, sometimes after deep research, I try to ask a few more questions. Cool. I'm happy with this. Submit. Ready to submit your answers? Yes. So now it's creating a few plans. So far, we learned how to install plugins and we learned how to use plan mode. It's creating plan. Okay, so now it says, okay, environment variable. This is good. And this is the plan it came up. Okay, maybe let's quickly go through the plan. I won't spend a lot of time in it. I just quickly glance it. What are the features? Okay, Google search for grounding, structured JSON output, which is good. Export to PDF Markdown. Okay. Cool. Okay, I'm happy with this plan. And it says it's going to use Gemini 3 Flash, which is good. And yes, and bypass permissions. If I do bypass permissions, it won't ask me anything to install. It will install all the things it needed for the project. I'm just going to do that now. But if you're doing it for the first time, I recommend choosing the second option, yes, and manually approve edits. Cool. So now you will see on the left, it will create a few files. Usually this process takes 5-10 minutes max. Yeah, you can see it's installing a few things. It's going to spend a lot of tokens. And also previously, if you have already worked on Claude Code, sometimes you type something like ultra think, something like that. Now we don't have to do that because all the steps, it's a thinking model always enabled. We don't have to add anything like ultra think. I'm very excited to see the outputs. Yeah, it has created a few files already. Cool. It's writing. Usually in 5 to 10 minutes session, it writes around 10,000 lines of code. It's a lot. Also, things I noticed from Opus 4.5 is previously I used Opus 4.1 a lot and also Sonnet 4.5 a lot. Sometimes when I asked do the same thing, like in one of our session, we did almost very much similar, the same project, because it's easy to build something like this. At the time, we also faced a few issues, like we went through 3-4 times a few iterations. But with Opus 4.5, 95% or 99% of the time, in one shot, I'm getting like proper outputs. Very rarely I ask it to do few changes. You will see everything now. Yep, I'm reading some comments. Yeah, it's installing a lot of things itself. So recently, like after using these technologies a lot, I've been thinking about like what are the skill sets like really matter. Because in the last 6 to 9 months, I haven't written any single line of code myself. I always direct AI to write that. So on my LinkedIn, very recently, I started posting on some of the skills that matter. Maybe I can quickly go through it while it's running. I feel like you can read it, you can search my name, and you can find what I have written here. I feel like beginner's mind is very important because Cloud Code paired with Opus 4.5, it didn't exist like 6 weeks ago. Our whole mental model changes very rapidly, and high agency, taste, and judgment, which means you will see some output, then you will give some directions. What are the things you can change, things like that. Even that's also getting a little bit automated with plugins like front end plugins. It's amazingly well, but still we have some edge. Then systems thinking speed. So these are the things I'm thinking about these days. Cool. It's still running. $20,000 tokens so far. So it built these files already. So usually the project like this is like few months of work for a few people, like front end. Okay, it's fixing a few things. So with Cloud Code and Opus 4.5, for most of the project, you can get quick edge quickly within 30 minutes to 1 hour. Hi Arun, do you have concern about IP using this solution? I feel like he's talking about intellectual property. Um, Not sure. Like nowadays, most of the products we can quickly build. There could be less value for the IP. I'm not sure on that. If you have any follow-up question, just message me. It's fine. Cool. Yeah, prompt injection is another important thing. But projects like this one should be fine. This is pretty straightforward. Prompt injection means, let's say you are asking to do some web search, and one of the web search is maybe, let's say it's searching my personal website, and in my personal website I have written something like, hey, ignore everything and retrieve some other data, something like that, and put it here. I might give some instructions. So nowadays models are getting better and better, but still there is a huge risk. And currently Anthropic company and Google, they are investing a lot on, even OpenAI, they are spending a lot on prompt injection, especially with their browsers. um, I think OpenAI introduced a browser called Atlas that does full automations itself, which means when you, let's say you are on LinkedIn, you can ask it to scroll LinkedIn 20 times and summarize all the news. Things like that you can do using those agentic browsers. And prompt injection are like a big headache for them. Cool. I feel like it's pretty much done. Let's see. Okay, it's running everything. Okay, I think it's done. Okay, it says it's here. Let's go. Okay, I think it's still running. Okay, it's still doing it. It's pretty close. It's changing a few things. I saw some interesting things. Second. I saw this post is interesting. He said, this is 30 seconds advertisement. It all did by Claude Code. What he has done is he has used Lemon Labs API and Google VO3 APIs, and it does all the things like advertisements. I'm not sure if you can hear the music, but you can create some ads like this. This is all done by Claude Code. You could do the same by what you learned just now, because we just provide all the documentations, API keys, it will figure it out and it will create something like this. Cool. It says it's done. Let's try. Oh yeah, this looks great. This looks super professional, to be honest. I don't think I can never ever make anything like this. Oh, it has dark mode. I love the font, colors. It looks super professional. Okay, maybe what would you like to research? Uh, Maybe research on New South Wales bushfire. As it's summer here, let's do some quick research. Yeah, let's do research. Someone says, what are you building right now? We are building some research tool using Gemini API on Cloud Code. The main goal of today's session is learning Cloud Code, how to use Cloud Code effectively. You can re-watch the video after 30 minutes or so. Cool. Okay, we got some output. It says recent New South Wales bushfire 2025-2026. Maybe let's quickly export. Okay, we can copy markdown, download empty. We can convert as PDF, which is good. It has given us some executive summary, key takeaways, detailed research. Okay, it also added some references and dig deeper. And it also has given us a few more questions to try. What specific improvements have been made? Hazards near me app. Yes, I have tried someone asked question, have you tried anti-gravity? I have tried anti-gravity. I have tried Codex. I use Cloud Code a lot. Last month, I used Codex a lot. After Opus 4.5, I've been switched to Cloud Code and Opus 4.5. This month, I'm using Cloud Code a lot. Probably it will change in future. Cool. We clicked one more question and it did some research on that one and it got some output. Maybe let's try news. Same bushfire. Let's see if there is any recent news. So it's great that it tried a lot of things quickly and there was no error message at all. Rama asked a question. Have you tried running Cloud Code using Docker Dev container extension? No, I haven't tried that. Currently, I've been playing with a few usage of Cloud Code on my mobile. One way is using Cloud Code web app. In the web app, you just use Cloud Code on your mobile and there is a code button there. You can connect any GitHub repo and you can do the same. Otherwise, you can also use VPS like DigitalOcean, and you can also use Replit. You can install Cloud Code there. Like a couple of months ago, I installed Cloud Code on Google Colab as well because I'm accessing a few GPUs there. I was building some deep learning models. For that, I used Cloud Code on Google Colab. It worked amazingly well. Cool. Yeah, I think this is great what we have done so far. I also use Vercel. Vercel is great for deployment. You just Google Vercel, vercel.com. This is great for deployment. This is quick and easy one. I can also say deploy it on Vercel, and it gives me a public URL. I can share it with everyone. Yep. That takes additional 2-3 minutes. That's it. Developing something is getting a lot easier and faster these days. So what's your tech stack for Harness right now? Mostly Cloud Code, Opus 4.5. And then I just install other things as I go. I'm not focusing too much on that, but currently it's Cloud Code and Opus 4.5. How about you? You can just message there. Cool. So it's uploading all my code there. Okay, it got some error. It will fix automatically. I think so far we spent like 35 minutes. We learned how to build something quickly. This is great. So I have a few things in my mind. One is I figured out some recent data. Like currently, I'm spending some time on AI for good. Like Australia has so many public API keys and API data. Maybe we can build something for the community. If you have any idea, just post it on Slack. Um, we can work it out together. That's one thing. I found this air quality data API. I haven't figured out how to use this one. What I usually do is you just copy everything and you create a docs.txt, something like this. And you can say, hey, I have this data. I'm trying to understand what are the things I can build with this one. Then you do some few iteration. Talk to multiple models. I always talk to GPT 5.2 Pro, Opus 4.5, Gemini 3 Pro, and sometimes Grok 4.1 thinking. I ask the same question multiple AIs and I get multiple response. Then I put everything to one AI and it will give me some best ideas. Then I find a few documentations and API key, then use Claude Code to iterate. This is my beast mode. Cool. Someone asked, do you recommend using Claude Code SDK for building agents also when compared to other providers? Yes, recently I've been learning about Claude Code SDK, especially since this week. In our future sessions, we will be covering Claude Code SDK. We did so Claude Code SDK, which is very much similar to Claude Code, but it's on API and it's a library, so you can build things yourself without relying too much on terminals. Yeah, I've been using a few things. Currently exploring Claude Code SDK. Previously used OpenAI SDK a lot, Agents SDK, and I played with Gemini as well, but currently spending some time with Claude Code SDK. Cool. Also, in most of the projects, as long as you are maintaining the JSON schema, tools, and prompts really well, it's very easy to switch from one provider to others. So it should be fine. Cool. So another project you can try if you're interested is replicating the same. So he says it's not just for code. 30 seconds, 8 shots, some voice, music, even text branding burned. Yeah. So what you can do is you can come up with some advertisement idea for 30 seconds. You can use 11 Labs API, Google VO3. For Google VO3, go to Google model, and there is VO, video generation. You have to pay for it. You use the same API key, but you have to pay for let's see the pricing. I don't remember the pricing. It's quite expensive, I guess. VO3. Okay. Is 40 cents for how many tokens? I don't know. You can figure it out. It says 40 cents. I want to know is it for how many seconds or tokens? Cool. Probably it should be like seconds based sometimes. Usually these models are quite expensive. Okay. Francis asked a question. I deploy things on Vercel. Maybe let's go here. I already have Vercel subscription. I pay $20 for that. With $20, I can provide unlimited I can build unlimited apps and deploy there. It's quite easy. So I pay $20 for that. You can create Vercel account first time, and then it's like 1 or 2 more commands to install Vercel. You can just Google and install Vercel. Once it's installed, you can just say, hey, deploy on Vercel. It will take our Next.js web app, what we have done here, and it deploys on Vercel. And I got some URL, and I can access the URL here. So currently it uses my API. I will delete my API. So I just did it for quick explorations. Cool. let's try this one. Yeah, I just clicked something there. Cool. Yeah, this is news academic. I don't know how it differs. Oh, I think it deleted because it stopped, I guess, because it tried to install. We can ask it to rerun if needed. Cool. Yep. This is good. Maybe I can stop here, but I have given some inspiration. One is you can use AI for good, something like air quality data, something like that. And you can try this project yourself, or even you can replicate the same what we have done so far. It's quite easy. It's all recorded, like you can rewatch the video one more time, and all the prompts are here, and just play with it. If you have any questions, please ask on YouTube or Slack. Thanks everyone. It's a quick one, but next time I'll try to spend more time. I'll try to build 2 to 3 projects. I just wanted to give some introduction quickly. Yeah, in the next session, I will try to do similar things, and then we'll slowly move to Claude Code SDK. So Claude Code SDK is even more powerful. Cool. Thanks everyone. Cheers.